Hey guys, so this is our craft that goes along with our ocean unit. The materials we will need for this craft are a paper plate, some googly eyes, but when we do crafts we can be really creative, so if you don't have any googly eyes you could always make some eyes out of paper or something. Some tissue paper, but again this one isn't necessary if you just want to color your plate. That is to make the plate look colorful. Some yarn, a marker, glue stick, scissors, and a hole punch if you have one. If you don't, you can make the scissors work with the help of a parent. Alright, so the first step is to take your plate and we're going to draw a design on the bottom so that it will be the bottom of a jellyfish, because that is what we are making with our plate. So I'm going to use this pencil here to make the design, just in case I don't like it the first time. I'm going to make mine kind of wavy. And this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to cut along that line. And here is the body of my jellyfish. The next step is, with the tissue paper, you want to cut it into some small squares that we're going to use to glue onto the body of the jellyfish. So this is where, if you'd rather color your plate with a marker or a crayon, you could do that instead. I'm going to use the tissue paper just so you can see what that looks like in case you want to do that. So I'm using 2 shades of blue because I wanted my jellyfish to be blue. You can just use one color of tissue paper. And I'm going to cut some strips in this paper all together. They don't have to be perfect. And cut out some squares. Now you just need enough squares to cover up the plate, so you're not going to need too many. An alternative is you could rip the tissue paper because it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, that seems faster. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a layer of glue, and I'm trying this out with a glue stick, down on part of my paper plate. So for right now, I'm just covering that much, and I'm going to stick some squares of tissue paper to it. So now I'm just gluing pieces. I use purple glue stick, so you can see the purple through the tissue paper right now, but it will dry clear, so that is okay. I'm going to keep adding some, and I know that if I end up needing some more tissue paper, I can always cut some more up later. So here's what it looks like where I've done the top. I'm going to go do the bottom now. And this is about what it'll look like when you're done. It doesn't have to be perfect around the edges, just mostly covered with your tissue paper. Okay, so the next step is to cut some holes along the bottom of the jellyfish. This is why a hole punch would be really helpful. You can make do with scissors with the help of an adult, but the hole punch would definitely be a little bit easier for this part. So I'm going to go along the bottom and punch out 10 holes. And there are the 10 holes. Next, you need some pieces of yarn. So they all need to be about the same length. I made mine about this long, and we're gonna thread them through the holes in the plate. So what I do is I fold the piece of string in half, And I'm gonna stick this end through one of the holes carefully. And then once I have part of a loop through here, I take the other end of the string and thread it through. You can also just tie it in there. And so it is hanging down like this. And then I'm going to keep doing that with different pieces of string. And this is what the string looks like once I have threaded all through. So here is the main part of my jellyfish. Okay, the last step is to glue on some googly eyes. I'm going to optimistically try this with a glue stick, and if that doesn't hold, I will go find some Elmer's glue. There's one eye. There are the eyes, and then the marker is to draw on a little mouth for our jellyfish. So there is my jellyfish craft, and now I'm going to hang it in the window.